the chat though? Or is that going to show up?
You'll have to have a separate chat window up, essentially. So you don't have to worry about watching each other here. But if you pull up the chat link on your channel, which I can do for you right now, that's where you will monitor the chat. It's almost like you have to have two windows up.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it.
Sweet back and forth here.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to look at me because you're going to be looking at me live anyway. But as far as, I mean, I'm going to try to look to this camera as much as possible just for the sake of professionalism. So it's all good. All right. You're live, by the way. I am reading the chat right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
It feels weird. Okay.
So now you know how I feel as a former switcher in radio, trying to monitor X amount of things simultaneously. Yeah, cool. This is fun. Robes away. Never been featured on this channel like this. So there's that.
So can I don't know if people are watching this, probably are now.
I see the chat. Again, like I just sent you the link as well. So if you want to monitor the chat that way, and then just mute that, and then have both windows up.
So mute that.
And then have both the chat window and our window separated, and that's it. Yay!
Fun.
Multitasking.
Go.
I mean, that's how we have to do it when we have like 8 people on here. So that's that.
I can't. I feel old. I feel old already.
Here, can I show you what I'm looking at then?
Sure, because I got.
So you need to have 2 separate windows rather than just having tabs on the window if you want to monitor me and you. So for example, I'll show you what I'm looking at right now.
So that's what I'm doing. See, I got
like,
you.
No, yeah, but here, like, let me just send you what I'm looking at, so you have an idea of how to do this. And that's separating the windows. So I'm just giving a message right now, Mark, and I think that is optimal. But you be the judge.
Oh, look at that face, though. That's a sexy face right there.
Are you seeing what I'm like? So you see that now? Yeah. So I have both the chat and.
I'm just seeing myself, and I look good.
Yeah, you're killing it. You're killing it, Habibi. Appreciate it.
Still make the chat bigger on my side. Okay, I got it. I'm working on it.
There you go.
All right, folks. Can I make
guys?
Top chat?
Sorry?
Sorry. I was just trying to think if there's a way of popping out the chat. No way.
No, you can't. No. It's not that optimal. Oh, you can. I didn't know this, but you can have a pop-out chat window. Yeah, do it. Yeah, I just did it.
I'm gonna pop that shit right out.
So if you have the pop-out chat, chances are you can just close the window. You want?
That's what I did.
Oh yeah, it works. Cool. All right.
Side by side.
There it is.
Look at that, like a mouse.
I didn't know that either. So now you're teaching me. There it is. All right. Look at you. You're crushing it. I'm loving the Batman stuff right there. I'm keeping retro with the Crystal Pepsi as well. So.
Oh, Crystal Pepsi. Nice.
Yeah. Now I feel just as old as you do. Okay. I'm not going to be that guy today.
Right. So here we are. So I guess I should introduce you. If anybody doesn't know Manny, you should. It's from the channel CascadeScents. So go subscribe, go check it out. Got a great channel.
I said hi to everyone in the chat. I appreciate that, Mark. Thank you. And of course, if you aren't already subscribed to Robes Away, I find that highly unlikely because you're watching a stream right now, and you should. But I'm Manny. I'm from CascadeScents. I just concluded doing a stream on the Fragrance Apprentices channel, who also does great work, as well as Oda Victor and Triple Ink. So check us out over at that stream. I'm not sure if he saved it, but my link is in the comments if you would like to peep the rest of my work, and as well as robes. So that's that, and hopefully you guys are feeling as good as we are right now about talking fragrances. So let's do this.
All right. So the beard is looking proper. That's right.
Crushing it.
Trying to grow it out. See what happens. So, Manny.
Yes, sir.
So, anything new in the fragrance journey?
Very good question. Yeah, I'm reconfirmed for Essence 2019, so I'm looking forward to that come April.
Nice.
So from what I know, like I only ran into one other Canadian over there. Sorry, two other Canadians there. Me being the only creator. So one was a shop owner, another one was Victor Wong of Zoologist Perfumes. And I'd like to see more of us there. Would be nice. That's in Milan every April. And this year was super fun. It was my first time there. Can't wait to do that again next year. As far as any other plans fragrance-wise, I'm planning a meetup in Manila, Philippines come Tuesday next week. I'm actually flying out there come Saturday, so that should be a lot of fun. Also going to meet up with a fellow fragrance content creator, the Broad Walk in Singapore the week after, or sometime later that week. So I can't wait. So that is at the Broad Walk. She's really cool. But pickup wise, I've done some shopping, acquired some new stuff, received some stuff from certain brands that they are looking to forward to get, reviewed potentially. It's funny because we were having this conversation about objectivity on the Fragrance Apprentice channel. And speaking of that, and I'm really impressed by them for doing this, there's this brand, which we all know, called Thierry Mugler, who actually sent me an email after I did a video called Dear Thierry Mugler, or an open letter to Thierry Mugler, talking about the brand and kind of constructively criticizing them. Other brands could have looked at me and said I was flaming them and might not have sent me an email, or might have sent me an angry email. They were really cordial. They actually heard my video as a fan, and instead of being mean, they actually put me on their mailing list. So they sent me the press release for Mugler Cologne.
There it is.
The whole new line. So I got entire press package. So I'm really excited for reviewing all of that one day. So that just goes to show that you guys can also tell the truth and speak truth to power. And sometimes they appreciate that more than, something that's a little bit more happy-go-lucky. So
nice.
That's something I, kind of want to preach on my channel, is just talk, just be you, And I think that's something that Mark has furthermore instilled within the grassroots fragrance community. So I appreciate him for that as well.
Bradley's up in the chat, by the way. Sweet Bradley, Triple Ink.
Oh, Triple Ink and All About Fragrance, Josh Brewington, some fellow content creators all up in here. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah.
But how about you? What's new with you, frag-wise? Are you feeling a certain brand lately, or have you acquired anything recently? What's going on with you, my friend?
Well, there's always a steady flow on my end. So there's always hauls coming in as usual. Shit, I even forget what I just got. Not good. What am I feeling? You know what? This year, not even noticing, I'm feeling Tom Ford, which I don't know. I think I got like 6 this year from the brand. It's a lot for one brand. So I'm kind of feeling it. Like I got Effin' Fabulous, obviously. I got London, Plum Japonais, Noir Anthracite. What else did I get?
I love how the first 2 had to be a special edition and an exclusive. You're a niche snob when I'm joking. It's all good. I would have done the exact same thing. I respect that. That's cool. No, those.
Yeah.
I mean, you named some hitters. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tom Ford's interesting brand. If I'm gonna go off on that, like sometimes I'm just super into whatever they're releasing. Like Lost Cherry sounds like a lot of fun. I have yet to smell it. I know a lot of people have. However, some of these flankers I just really don't care for, especially on the exclusive end. You know what I mean? Like I see Creed doing it on, I guess, their, accessible niche end with flankers for Aventus, for example. But I don't want to see flankers of like, Femme de la Sierras for Christian Dior or Bois d'Argent, or I don't want to see flankers of Les Exclusives to Chanel that I already know and love. Like, just blow my mind in a different way. But I understand if there's a formula that to be tweaked with, you want to improve it for certain people out there, then I guess that's cool. But I feel like the intention is sometimes being taken away from creating furthermore, which I think is what Tom Ford does best. And that's why I want to see more things like Lost Cherry that might excite me. You know what I mean?
Something different.
Yeah. And I know that's what you're about too. So
do you think it cheapens it that they have flankers?
I don't think it cheapens it, but I'm as a fragrance enthusiast not as excited. I think it might cheapen it in the eyes of certain niche snobs who aren't used to seeing flankers, maybe. But that just goes to show that some of these brands care more about being accessible rather than, creatively driven, which I don't think is a bad thing too. I'm just saying, as an enthusiast, I'd rather see something new. Personally, that's just my opinion. I know a lot of people are flanker fans, and I respect that. Some of my favorite fragrances all time are flankers too.
Yeah.
So I know, like I like Allure Homme Edition Blanche, for example.
Yes.
Lovely. Pure Havane, also good. Looking over there, yeah, like I got some cool stuff, flanker wise. Like I like Terre d'Hermes Eau Très Fresh. That stuff is dope too, But I'm thinking to myself, where's this new, Hermes men's line for once? There's only that new flanker for that, and I'm like, while I was excited for it, I'd rather see something new. I don't know. Hey, you got a donation, Mark. That's pretty cool.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I got $1.99.
Yeah. There you go. Respect to
What's
that.
going on, the RJ Supreme?
Thank you, brother. RJ.
Yeah. That's a first.
Yeah, that's incredible.
What am I going to do with that?
That's a good question. I mean, I guess you'll see it on your ad revenue eventually. I don't know how that works. I've never received, this kind of stuff. Yeah. The RJ Supreme robes away at CascadeScents. Thank you for putting us onto great fragrance. We tried. Wow. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
Cool. Anyone have any questions? Like, let us know. Or if you want to openly discuss something, Mark, like, do you have anything that's on your mind? Or
I was just going on here. I got you on here, and I'm just like, damn. Like,
yeah. At Fusion Gel, you go to get popping cherry or whatever it's called. I mean, I'm not gonna get it, like, if I don't like it per se, but that's a thing. We had this conversation the last stream about reviewing, and how am I supposed to review something bottle presentation wise, which I'll ultimately like if I bought it, without making it obvious that the end of the video is going to say that I like it. But also, I hate reviewing just samples because A, I don't think that's a big enough sample size, and B, I think it looks trash visually. So that's what I'm trying to think. Sometimes, you know what I've done in the past? Local fragrance users around here, when I used to do a lot more reviews instead of certain other styles of fragrance videos, I would borrow people's bottles.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. So
I'm just that guy that just buys bottles.
And that's a thing, because like, at least with Mark, like, Mark's gonna buy stuff whether or not he likes it or he doesn't. So you're gonna get a video. Yeah, and you're gonna make a video.
That's my thinking.
And you're gonna make a very honest review as a result, because it's not like you had emotional connection to this for months that you said you were saving up for and whatnot. It's very spontaneous as far as the conclusion you come to, and that I respect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, very compelling question to me. I know I think you have smelled these, but I mentioned them in the last stream before yesterday. Sarosh USA. Thoughts on both Creed Apicia and Acier Aluminium, please. Firstly, Mark, do you own any of those?
I own Acier Aluminum. Yep.
I own both.
I own that one.
Like Apicia, love Acier Aluminium. How about you?
I like it. I like Acier. Yeah.
Super daring as far as the House of Creed is concerned, but I've worn it on a night out, and honestly, I actually get positive feedback with it. It's mixed as far as what people say about the fragrance, though. Some people say it's nice and spicy. Some people say it's sweet. But honestly, I just think it's lovely fragrance that doesn't get enough talk, that I don't think should get talk, actually, believe it or not, because it's discontinued now. So, like, I personally don't like talking about stuff that, you know, you can't get personally. So
really?
Yeah, because, like, why would I talk about something that someone's gonna have to pay resale for?
But that's the whole. Well, I guess it's your audience, because I would.
No, and I respect that. But the thing is, like, do I tell someone it's worth pursuing when I got it for retail, when it's going to be a lot more when you have to get it? I just think that's just, like, that's hard.
Wow.
Like, there's a lot of people who are doing vintage Landouis content, and I'm like, no way. Like, can you convince me to spend $300 on a bottle that used to cost $90 5 years ago?
It's on, but it's on the beholder, right? Like, I've had people. Like, I was sold on a lot of discontinued stuff, like Green Valley from Creed. You know.
Yeah, and I respect that. But the thing is, the battle is not just the price; it's finding it. You know,
that's the fun part.
while that's a fun part, there's thousands of people who watch me, thousands of people watch you, and not thousands of that fragrance. So that's why I want people to have access to what we're talking about, because I want them to be able to empathize with why we feel a certain way.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, so that's that.
By the way, I'm still looking for M7 Fresh. Anybody?
I'll let you know if I can find that for you. Yeah,
I want that so bad.
No, for sure, man. Like, the thing is, like, M7 Fresh is something I've been smelled in 8 years, maybe. And M7's also godlike. This is like Tom Ford days at Yves Saint Laurent. You know, so frick, man, I miss stuff like that. How do you feel about Gucci and YSL post Tom Ford yourself?
YSL kept himself afloat. Well, in the men's section, Gucci did not.
Yes.
Gucci went.
Yeah, no.
Fragrance wise, for me, Gucci Guilty was. Man, I gave them a chance. I bought Gucci Guilty, hated it. I bought Gucci Guilty Intense blind, hated it.
Right.
I'm just like, but they're coming back. I like their newer stuff now, Gucci.
Absolutely.
But YSL, I think they kept it steady with the line. You know, they brought out L'Homme, and then La Nuit, and it was like that 1-2 punch. Yeah, they're still riding that wave, but they're staying. You know, the status quo.
No, I respect that. At the end of the day, like, I think YSL actually, despite my uninterest for some of the flankers, I think that's what flankers should be. Is like they feel like they are flankers of what the initial DNA was. You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of good. Sometimes I'll smell a fragrance flanker, like, again, like something I brought up earlier, like Allure Homme Edition Blanche, and you kind of just stuck the name on that fragrance when it smells nothing like the initial Allure Homme, you know. But with YSL, you know, if they do a fragrance flanker of, you know, L'Homme Libre, there's going to be a little bit of L'Homme Libre right there, or La Nuit de l'Homme, or whatever it is. So I think that's cool. And that's why they're able to maintain interest amongst each flanker, because if you liked La Nuit de l'Homme or you like L'Homme, chances are you might like La Nuit de l'Homme Parfum. Maybe you'll like L'Homme Ultime. Just saying. So YSL, they're not stupid. And their exclusive line is pretty interesting, in my opinion.
Yeah, I just got which one did I get? Oh, Tuxedo. I just got it.
And Tuxedo is like perfect for this right now. So that's definitely a clutch buy. It's funny because we mentioned the exclusive slash private line for Yves Saint Laurent. That's interesting to me, but it's also interesting to me that Gucci doesn't have one, which I think is kind of alarming because I feel like everyone does right now.
You think that's alarming?
Yeah, I think it's alarming that Gucci doesn't. I think it's alarming that Versace doesn't have one. It just goes to show that their focus is not on creating, quote unquote niche or creative fragrances. And I feel like a lot of people are trying to jump in on that. And I'm kind of saddened that they haven't, but because I like other stuff they do in couture and maybe they're accessible fragrances. I want to see what they can do when they actually want to create something.
Well, they did release one, Manny. I don't know if you've heard of it, Gucci Forever.
Oh God, Forever. Yeah, I know that fragrance. I've yet to smell it because of how exclusive it is. I think that's like
smart here.
Okay, well, you probably have like one of like 1,000 bottles or something because I think that's like an Italian exclusive. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah. Are you seeing this chat too? I see some questions here.
Chat. Oh man, the chat just went nuts.
Yeah.
For me, at least.
Yeah.
Oh geez. Well, if you see anything, Manny, interesting, just throw it out there.
Michael Namikos, how often were new flagship fragrances introduced before the advent of flankers? How many years went by between Pour Monsieur and Antaeus, and then Antaeus and Egoist? Honestly, those fragrances came out within, I want to say, a 20-year radius of one another. So if anything, to confirm that, I mean, while I could say that verbatim, I think it's best you check out Fragrantica and just look up the brand, like Chanel, for example. But your question is it fair to expect houses to just pump out new lines every few years? In my opinion, no, it is not. No, definitely not. Like, no one just pumps out a line. Look at Hermes. They have one men's line since stuff like Rocabar, right? In Terre d'Hermes. Like, this is something that they shouldn't just spam. Like, look at Versace. Like, I just kind of dunked on their lack of creativity, but I don't think they started in a new men's line since Eros, and now we finally have a flanker for that. Yep. So I think that this is very calculated. Yes, these perfumers have thousands in their labs that they can just refer to or defer to if a brand is looking for said flanker or said new line, but they are definitely careful about picking what becomes a new line. Like, how do you feel about that, Mark?
You mean like the timeline through?
Like, well, there's the timeline. So the timeline is reflective of, how often they feel like pumping out a new line. Oh. But do you think they're more calculating with how often they do this, or do you expect them to just pump out new lines every few years? Because I think it's more than a few years sometimes.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to expect that. Well, I'm not expecting that. They're like Chanel, man. Like, they haven't pumped out anything new in a while.
Right.
Bleu de Chanel and then flanker of Bleu de Chanel.
Men's wise, yeah.
Men's wise, yeah, of course.
Yeah. So
they take their time, which I appreciate, taking time instead of, some brands have released several fragrances, a whole line, case in point, like Ralph Lauren, they did those big pony line, which they released 4 in a row. They're all trash.
Yeah.
So, how much, really how much time did they spend on that? Just put it in the bottle and go. Sell. So I'd rather they take their time to release something. Yeah.
Now, I'm with you because, like, the last thing you want, especially for someone like, I guess, like Mark, and I don't want to throw words in your face, who reviews nearly everything, is to find something that's like either lukewarm or something that's just disappointing and you're just not enthused to talk about it, or something that lets you down per se. And honestly, yeah, like a string of designer brands have done this. So what can you do? I see. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong. Emis Parfum. Any advice for new YouTube reviewers? Be honest. care about the video editing process and the production process as much as you enjoy fragrance. I think that is very important to stay motivated and have fun. How about you, Mark?
Yeah. The one thing that I would suggest is stay true to yourself. I've seen this before, that you just follow the trends. Especially the big guy in the community. When I first started, not to pump my own horn, but once I got to the top, people started copying exactly what I said. They would purchase everything I said was great, and they would just say the exact same thing I said. So why not say what you have to say about it? Don't go to Fragrantica and copy paste stuff.
Oh God, that is so annoying.
You can tell, especially when they say something that it's unique in that Fragrantica review. It's copy paste. So that's the one thing I would recommend, is just stay true to yourself. Like, what are you gaining on bandwagoning on everybody else? And I've taken some hits through the years. Azaro Chrome was huge. I bashed it, not for fun, but I just didn't like it, and I took the hit for it. It is what it is. Same thing with Versace Eau Fraiche. I did not like Versace Man Eau Fraiche.
Yeah, like for example, like I got grilled for liking Viking by Creed. Whoops.
So what?
Yeah. On to
Good
the next
for you.
one, right? Yeah.
I haven't even felt it yet.
Fair play. I don't. Here's the thing. I genuinely think that you're not missing much. It's a fougere-ish type of fragrance. Kind of has this cold edge to it, so it's, I guess, a low-key, appropriately named Viking, but it's nothing completely new. It could have been a designer fragrance in the 80s. I just like its utility, a decent performance, but it's not quote-unquote amazeballs. At most, with its price point, it's maybe a 6 for me. There you go.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is, like, I liked it enough to own it, but objectively speaking, I'm still going to keep it 100 for the viewers. Like, it ain't that hot. Let's just say that. Right. This is a cool question. The RJ Supreme, thank you for the donation again. Can you guys confirm a rumor? I heard YSL La Nuit smell closer to previous strong batches. Any truth to that? Actually, hang on. I have a 2017 bottle right here. Let me retrieve it, and I'm going to let you know. I'm going to compare it to what I remember my 2014 bottle used to be. So how about you, Mark? Can you answer that?
I don't know what the question was. I wasn't listening.
Yeah, no, that's fine. La Nuit smells closer to the previous strong batches. Any truth to that?
Oh, I haven't smelled anything new for La Nuit. That's one thing that I do, is I have the old school bottle, and I don't really feel like going to Sephora and smelling the new stuff. So that's one thing that I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, for a lot of us, the fragrance journey is very much upon discovering something new, enjoying that, and like to have to revisit it because of public demand, if they want to know if the new stuff is kind of the same or whatnot. As much as we'd like to, for the sake of telling you what you should know about a product, at the end of the day, like, is it practical for one of us to, request something to be sent to us that's old news, or to go to a Sephora and, smell it again? Probably not, especially when our tastes are evolving and whatnot. La Nuit is an awesome fragrance, don't get me wrong. It's just, the new stuff in comparison to this, or this new stuff in comparison to the OG. No, this definitely smells weaker. I don't know. I'm talking from 2017. The only reason I have it is because someone gave it to me as a gift, honestly. So there you go. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Other questions or comments? UK Frag Guy. Thank you, UK Frag Guy. Thinking out of the box. Love to see a revised version of Versace the Dreamer. Oh, man. That's that was a creative fragrance for its time. You know,
Yeah.
just that damp, swampy tobacco that was somehow a little pleasant. But
Yeah.
I just think it's so evocative of the 90s. I don't know how they modernize it. How about you?
I don't know how you could.
Yeah, or maybe not a revised version, but maybe a flanker. That's something they never felt like delving into is flankers of the Dreamer.
Make an oud one.
Make a like a Dreamer oud noir, kind of like they did with Versace Pour Homme.
I like that.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, because like when you know, like I was in school not too long ago, like maybe like 4 years ago. So there was this meme back in the day, you know, when it came to picking answers on an exam, and that is when in doubt pick C. And in fragrance world, I think it's when in doubt say oud.
That's right.
Yeah, there
That's
it is.
what I just did.
That's what Mark did. I respect that. Kind of messed up, but hey, it is what it is. Mark, my old subscribe. I know him before a century. That's A04A. Is he talking about century as far as, you know, since before 2000 or maybe century before you reach 100 subscribers? Not sure. But hello. Hi there. All about fragrance. Josh Brewington. How do you guys stay so sexy? Please answer my question. That is super difficult to answer because, I mean, it's kind of innate, you know, with people as reverent as Mark and myself. You just speak with such magnanimous, you know.
All caps.
Yeah. No, we're joking. We appreciate you, Josh. You're equally awesome too, and hopefully I get to meet you in Tennessee one day. Well, what else do we have here? Satan1145. Hey guys, both great reviewers. Quick question for you: Is it redundant if you have Fleur Universal? Just curious. I love Fleur.
This is a Lalique question.
Yeah, Lalique question. Yeah, there's no Lalique distribution in our country, so I never get to smell them. But Mark, I think you have an answer.
Are they redundant? No. Get them both.
See, I mean, yeah, I got to get my nose on this. Maybe I head up to North Bay one day.
Yeah, I got the Lalique distribution right here.
Yeah, you do. You have more Lalique fragrances at your crib than the Bay does, or, you know, Shoppers Drug Mart, or any of the prominent retailers here in our country. Incredible. Yeah, so Canada's in the building. Fritz Friday, Pure Tonka or DG, the one for daily fall wear? Both?
Daily?
Yeah. Both, right? Like, there's arguments for Pure Tonka because of the fact that the one sucks ass performance-wise. So depending on how rugged your fall is, I might say that. But you want to go easy with the trigger for that. The one is more versatile, if you ask me. How about you, Mark?
I agree. The one's more versatile.
Cool. Alrighty. Side Guy Frags, have you tried the new Gucci Oud? I personally haven't tested it properly, but it smelled pleasant off of a strip. How about you, Mark?
Is that the Gucci Guilty Oud?
I think it's the Gucci Oud. That,
just the
black. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, are we talking like Gucci Oud from like 2014?
Yeah, because they just released a new one, eh?
Oh, right. Yeah. That I haven't smelled. No.
Me neither.
Yeah, that I have to get on.
I want to get that though.
Yeah, it sounds lovely. What fragrance smells like Irish Spring soap? Mugler cologne's a very prominent one, or Original Vetiver.
That's the first thing that came up to my mind.
Anything else besides Ovi or Mugler cologne?
Can't think of anything.
Okay. There you go, Sean B. Thank you. Judd the Stud. L'Homme Libre is still my favorite of the L'Homme line. Cool. Lovely. Thank you. And Judd also answered a question too. Thank you, Judd. Hope you're well, man. You've been a subscribe to us for more than a minute, so that is awesome. Tom Ford, Lost Cherry Thoughts Robitaille. That's from Rusk Mavajur, and I complimented his name on a previous stream recently. We talked about Lost Cherry already, but in short, I'm excited for it. I think you are too, Mark.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be one of those that I'm just going to get it like 6 months from now. I won't smell it, and I'll just blind buy it.
You're a soldier.
That's what I do.
That's what he does. Respect. Let's see. What's your view on Armoff clones from Sean B? Mark, do you have any?
Never smelled.
Yeah, I used to have a fragrance called Club de Nuit Intense Man, which is an Aventus clone that's heavy on the birch, not so much on the fruits opening. It definitely smells like a designer or low level fragrance, in my opinion. Like if I were to put that into a Creed bottle and you were to tell me that this would retail for 200 or 400 plus, I just think you were joking. Like it definitely smells like a clone, in my personal opinion. Like, but it smells good. You know what I mean? It just doesn't smell of premium quality. I'm not saying Creed is, but one definitely fits the price point at a lower level, and I think that is Armoff CDNIM. Now, if you want something that lasts, if you want something that is a little darker, then it might be worth pursuing. But besides certain discounters that aren't official retailers of anything, it is pretty much hard as hell to get your nose on unless you feel like blind buying it online. But Armoff clones, otherwise, I mean, you pay for what you get. I'll just say that. I don't think they're.
I'm not a fan of that kind of stuff.
I know you aren't. I'm not necessarily interested in it, but I get why it has a niche within the community. It's just, I find it like, I feel like in order for there to be a rabid grassroots following around something, I almost feel like there has to be value behind it. And I don't think there is enough of that with those clones. I don't think I'm being unfair, am I? Or
no.
Okay. Thanks.
Agree.
Sarosh USA, I've requested to join your Facebook group, but it's been pending for at least 6 months. Mark, there's so many invites, so it's hard to keep track. But
you'll have to. No, I've been on top of this the past couple months, so you'll have to go back and invite again because I've went down the list. I've spent some weekends going through hundreds of people, and it went down to like 0, and then it comes right back up. So for that, I would say apply again or try again.
Cool. Alrighty. Fahrenheit or Bulgari Black at Robes 08 Fritz Friday. What would you have to pick between the two? Fahrenheit or
Fahrenheit. Classic.
Fahrenheit or Pocky Puck? Honestly, because like if I want Bulgari Black, I'll just reach for Midnight in Paris. Something along the lines of that, and I prefer that DNA a little bit more. So Fahrenheit. Joe Smith, is this for transgender support chats? No, sorry. Undercover Fragrances, Manny and Robes, how are you doing? I just went to the mall and tested out the new Tom Ford Lost Cherry, and wow, a heavy blast of cherry and smell really good. Are you guys going to buy Lost Cherry? No, not yet. I got to smell first. But Mark said he's going to blind buy it.
6 months from now, though.
6 months from now. There it is.
Not right now.
Okay. Are you transitioned already? Please answer. Thanks. Joe Smith, we are not transitioned. No.
I hit the like button.
I love it. I love it. That's incredible. Oh God, this has turned into a meme. It's like Mark's no longer an old man. He's one of us young people. Oh great. That's funny. Oh man. What has this turned into?
Oh, the chat just went bad.
That's great. Finn, great to see 2 excellent reviewers chatting. Any thoughts on Sacred Wood? Yeah, I own it proudly. I love that scent. If you've seen my fall fragrances video, it's ranked within it. I'll just spoil it like that for you. Love it from by Killian. Don't love many of them. I actually really like that one. Mark, how do you feel about it?
Your thoughts, blonde, makes me want to blind buy it. So
okay.
It's on the list.
It's a very linear, milky sandalwood. However, don't expect much more than that. I'll just say that. If that's something you're into, milky sandalwood, super good linear longevity, then yeah, it might be for you. Yeah, I like it. But yeah, I think it's cozy. It's cool. But I have received pretty good feedback with it from certain people or for most people, but some people have told me it's a scrubber too. So if you're buying it for feedback, just watch out. Cool. Everyone else, looking for other questions here too. What are y'all's top 2 snow on the ground, cold weather, full bottle worthy frags? So I think we are very qualified to answer this question, being that we're both from Canada. So snow on the ground, cold weather fragrance, 2 full bottle worthy scents. Mark, which ones?
2 of them?
Yes.
No, you can't do that to me.
Oh gosh. I'm not doing that to you. Daniel Sealis. Thank you for the question, Daniel. What are 2 off the top of your head? Not 2 that you recommend to just anyone, but like what just come to mind?
Angel Men comes to mind, just for a
Very
cheap
good answer.
fragrance. And
super good answer.
Damn it. Where do I want to go with this? Queer, Mona Diorio.
Oh, okay. Also, rest in peace, Mona Diorio. Awesome perfumer from about a decade ago. Incredible, incredible talent, gone too soon. But that being said, if I had to pick one and the other, because Mark went the quality route, went designer and niche, I guess I'm going to do that. I think a really good option, personally, for the winner is Dior en Parfum by Christian Dior. It's my favorite take on the makeup-y style of the Dior Iris with a leather backbone. I think it's incredible for anyone's winter. And then if I had to pick something on, quote unquote, higher level, off the top of my head, let's see. I'm trying to think of something that isn't as androgynous. I'm just looking over here, and why not? Another by Killian fragrance, single malt. Really big fan of that London exclusive. Yeah, if you're into something that's boozy but doesn't smell completely like you should be pulled over, I like it, and I like how malt liquor smells, so I like it.
Good choices.
Thank you. Viking is 10 for 10 for me. 10 out of 10 for me. She Black, slow to you. Is everyone here transgender too? Joe, no. Oh, gosh. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. But this is not that. But shout outs to anyone who is. You're always welcome here. Shout outs FGN. Shout outs CascadeScents Fragrance Forum. All about fragrance. What frags y'all most excited to wear in the near future? Yeah, what are you excited for most, Mark? Like, as far as what you just got.
What am I excited about? I want to get Viking.
Viking. All right.
It's on my radar.
Cool. I think when I see your charts for it, I think it's gonna be really interesting. Really interesting. Honestly, for me, what I'm really excited to wear, this one, where is it? Yeah, it's not everyone's everyday scent, but recently acquired this one. It's called Tyrannosaurus Rex by Zoologist Perfumes. Very rugged, aggressive, smoky, fiery scent. And I can't wait to get more wares of this, especially when it warms up or cools down per se.
Warms up.
Do not want it to warm up furthermore.
Smoky,
with the rocks of this. Oh yeah, definitely. More to come on that scent. It's going to be pretty fun. But yeah, shout outs to Zoologist Perfumes. Let's see. Looking for questions, but thank you for all your takes on Viking and transgender. I feel like that's what this has become. Okay, I'm going to treat this as a serious question. I'm not sure how serious it is. Joe Smith, also, what do you spray to cover the fart smell in those rooms you are in? That room smells like a fart. Do you use anything as a room spray? As a serious question, Mark? No.
I could though.
Yeah, I have this fragrance called Declaration L'Eau by Cartier. Declaration Low. This is one that I
Really?
bought because of Chad. I love that fragrance, and I'll use it as room spray sometimes. It smells super good. Yeah, why not?
What?
Yeah,
You're
why not?
wasting some?
I don't know. Is it a waste if like I like the way my room smells?
So how
Yeah, it
many
probably
sprays do you
is.
go? You go hard on this?
I mean, it's a fairly competent sprayer, so maybe 3. But it's not to cover up a fart smell. I just like the smell. My man Joe's tripping with that fart smell, accusatory statement. But thank you again for asking. Let's see. What do you guys think of the Armani Prive line, and what is the best in your opinion? Mark, I'm going to leave that one to you for now.
Oh, Prive.
Thoughts on it overall first.
Solid. Just
solid,
straightforward, solid. I love their fig-based one, Figuier Den. Just probably the most upscale fig that I've smelt. It utilizes iris with it. Iris always makes things just so classy, and it just works so well. And it's so good that their darker scents are awesome in the Privé line, but that Figuier is just, it's so good that it's almost trumpet nose. So I own, I think, 4 of the line. Haven't smelt them all, but a very interesting line and very well made for Armani, because I don't like their lower end stuff, to be honest.
I love the niche whore answer, number 1. I'm joking. Yeah, Armani Privé line, I agree, super solid, whether it's their lighter stuff like Figuier Eden, or if it's their darker stuff like Rose d'Arabie. I just think that they do a rubbish job of marketing. I feel like that line has real potential, and as an exclusive line, it's never ranked or as hallowed as Les Exclusifs de Chanel. It's talked about as private blends, but what is? It's never as highly ranked as La Maison Christian Dior / La Collection Privée. And I don't know if it's the bottles, because I like the bottles, but I wish that line got more shine. Like, I don't even own them, but I think they're good. I wish maybe they captured me a little bit more emotionally, and maybe did a little bit more for me storytelling wise, and maybe I would buy into them furthermore. I'd be lying if I said that didn't matter. So
yeah. It's solid across the board.
Yeah. Very solid across the board. Absolutely. And my favorite is the exact same one Mark said. Fig Iris. Ooh. Figuier Eden. Really cool. Where do you think is the best place to spray your fragrance when you are looking for a great night after a date? I think it's in the ass, so when you'll get a rim job, it will smell great. Thank you, Lucas Carvalho. Incredible. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. I'm not gonna respond to the question, and I respect you if you do, fam. It's your stream, but I don't know what to say right now.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's cute. Shout out to Lucas. Thank you.
All Welcome to my subscriber base, Manny.
Shout outs to FGN. This is incredible.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. Yeah, that's amazing. Fusion Gel, how does T-Rex compare to a City on Fire? A City on Fire is definitely like fiery burning. T-Rex is, smells more like kind of like a temperate forest floor, as a T-Rex is literally going to walk by and eat something. Or kind of like, I mean, I've been to like the Toronto Zoo, for example, or any zoo, but if you're like in like a gorilla exhibit and it's like super hot, even where you're watching from behind the glass, it's almost like you feel that heat coming off of your skin. That's how T-Rex feels. But I don't think it smells like it's burning per se. It definitely feels humid and smoky, if that makes any sense. But A City on Fire is definitely a cool offering from imaginary authors. Have you smelled that one by any chance, Mark?
Just got it.
Cool. Immediate thoughts?
It's good. Very simple, straightforward right now. No, it's what I expected. Because I haven't really gotten into imaginary authors, as a lot of reviewers have. They got the whole lineup, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just got City on Fire, so there should be something on my channel soon on that. But the smoke in it which makes me happy. It's gonna be great for fall, I think.
Yeah, and you have an affinity for, like, the more daring fall style offerings as well. Yeah, so yeah, no, I'm not shocked that you acquired it. Lovely scent though, if you're into an alternative take on smoke. Hey Manny, why is your neck so dark, bro? You should get checked for diabetes. No, I'm fine. I no, but thank you for your concern. Let's see. And I actually don't really have a sweet tooth, believe it or not. Like my sister does, but no, like I mean, I'll have an ice cream once in a while, but nothing like, I don't drink like crap like this all day. It's just, I was in the States earlier and I was like, yo, let's get something American. And Crystal Pepsi was like,
Crystal Pepsi came to mind.
Yeah, I was like, one time, let's do this. Okay. Great answers, by the way. Thank you, Joe. Shouts to all the trans people out there. Lion Hill. Notting Hill is a Creed Viking clone. Is it? Did that come out after Viking? I gotta look this up. Have you smelled that one by any chance?
No.
Notting Hill came out in 2013. But Viking came afterwards. So is Viking a Notting Hill clone? Just saying.
Maybe.
Best Mancera for the winner. Oh, gosh. All of them? Like, as far as performance goes, Do you have a preferred Mancera, Mark?
I don't own any.
You don't?
I've smelled maybe one or two. And the thing is because when they first came out, I was like, what the hell, man? This is like Montal, all like from the same guy. Like, what's going on here? And their parfumier was Pierre Mancera, which is Pierre
Montal. Yeah. And
I was like, what
you
is
don't
going
even know
on?
if these guys exist, because back in the day, Pierre Montal was advertised as this like old, Arab dude who came to France. And then after that, he looks like some like jacked Bollywood actor. So I'm like, who is Pierre Montal? So maybe you want to tell us in comments. But I don't know. That lore to me is more interesting than any of their fragrances.
Exactly.
And I'm not trying to dunk on their fragrances. I like some of them. I've owned some of them. But the most compelling thing about Montal and Mancera is, who the hell is Pierre Montal?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I would love to hear the answer to that.
Yeah, someone tell me. It's funny because I was at Essence, I was at the Montal, I was at the Mancera booth.
Where's Pierre?
No Pierre Montal to be seen. And actually, believe it or not, despite how big their display was, they seldom had reps there, like maybe other big brands like Carner Barcelona or État Libre d'Orange or Nishane. Like those brands would always have like people there, like greeting you and all that. Montal Mancera, sometimes the place is like, where's everyone? Where's Pierre Montal? Will the real Pierre Montal please stand up? I gotta tweet that, actually. That's gonna be incredible.
Tweet that.
Yeah. Next question. EDC Manic, thank you for your question. And thank you again for everyone's questions. Sorry for not thanking you. Do you think Zoologist is a fragrance that can be used in the mainstream over days, or is it just a little out there for the mainstream? Definitely more than a little out there. Yeah. Like, I ain't trying to wear this to work, if that's what you're telling me. Or a date.
Come on now.
I see what you did there. Yeah, it's not really. But yeah, I mean, like, they're nice, artistic, olfactory artwork pieces. They're incredible. They're not the most, utilitarian on a functional level. How about you, Mark? Like, there's brands like that, not just this.
Oh no, yeah, there's brands like that all across, in the niche world, right? That's there's a lot of those like that. There's a lot of fragrances like that. But like Slumber House comes to mind.
Yeah, with
like blows my mind how good they are. But like, what, am I gonna wear this in the office? Obviously not. Am I gonna wear this on a date? Well, I wouldn't, but
yeah, tenfold, absolutely.
Yeah.
But doesn't take away how great they are at accomplishing their job, and that's being creative in whatever way they have advertised.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 5 designer scents that James Bond might wear, Manny and Mark. That's a loaded question, but thank you. It's Friday. 5 designer scents that James Bond might wear. Well, I'm pretty sure that Daniel Craig was wearing Tobacco Vanille during the shooting of Skyfall. So technically, that's a designer scent, exclusive level designer scent from Tom Ford.
Cheating. You're cheating.
I'm not cheating because Tom Ford's a designer, and you know it. But y'all like to call it niche, which I guess it is too. Great. Yeah. So let's name. You name 2. I name 2. How about that?
Okay. I would have to go with. You'd have to stay with Tom Ford, I think. I would go with Tom Ford. Tom Ford Extreme.
That's a good one. That's a super good answer. Tom Ford Extreme. Do you have another one from Tom Ford, maybe?
From Tom Ford, probably not. I would probably go with. Let's go with ZRM.
It's a good one too. Absolutely. Depending on which Bond it is, I think it could be to Metro per se. Like I wouldn't put that on. I wouldn't put that on a Daniel Craig, who's like one of those rugged Bonds. You know, I think it's a little too, I just think it's a little too flowery for him. But maybe on Pierce Brosnan, I'd put it on.
Oh,
yeah, just saying.
Pierce.
Yeah, so I would go with Grave Editor. I think all of them can rock it seamlessly, and Aventus. Well, because why not? Yeah. Sorry, man. Yikes. Oh God. Oh, that's incredible. Rather be banking. Advice on the best way to discover new niche frags. Robes 08, CascadeScents. Pretty good idea, pretty good methods. I'm joking, but YouTube's a great way to discover new certain fragrances, because they're talked about with, visually more enthusiasm instead of just reading so and so's Fragrantica review, which I think is not a knock on Fragrantica or written reviews. It's just you get more of a dimension for how someone feels about something based on watching them and how they display it. So I think YouTube's a great place to start. So, but also if you're just looking for just information, Parfumo.net, Fragrantica base notes. Yeah.
Do your research, like Manny said. Whatever outlet it is, and once you get to know your taste too, you're going to start discovering brands or scents that are around the same thing. Like Fragrantica, it's not 100%, but there is this little tool that it shows like which fragrance is around the same thing. Like if you like Black Afghano from Nasamato, it's going to have like 4 more. It's not foolproof, but you'll discover a new brand that has one that smells like it. And maybe you don't want to buy another Black Afghano unless you're a collector, you want some, a huge collection. But at that time, you may click on that and then find or discover a new niche brand that way. Sampling, of course, is always king. When you buy retail like Lucky Scent and stuff like that, they always throw out, a whole bunch of samples your way. So that's a good method too. But yeah, YouTube will, that's, you follow these fragrance reviewers and they'll just, you got that visual too. I really like, oh, that bottle, like for me, I'm all about everything, right? From the box to the bottle. Some people don't even care about that stuff. I do. I look for keywords with fragrance reviewers. So if someone's saying like artistic or something like daring, I peek up a little bit while other people may go, oh, that's not for me.
Right.
So those things kind of interest me, and that's what I do as a fragrance reviewer. And I've been in this game for a bit, so I look for key things while watching reviewers.
No, that's yeah. When it comes to how to watch reviewers, that's a very good way to look out for certain things you like. Is how would you describe a fragrance that you like, and then when you hear someone talk about a fragrance they might like or they might not like, and they say certain words, whether they like it or not, and they said this word to describe it, that gives you free reign to potentially check that out.
That's right.
Yep. Let's see. What are your guys' thoughts on the house of DS and Durga? Jesus Zamora. Thank you, Jesus. I really like DS and Durga. That being said, I kind of hate the price point of them as far as what they're going for in Canada. Shout outs to certain discounters if you're into that though.
Yeah.
But they have this, American indie edge, but still high level at the same time because they don't smell like the traditional super, like clean cut French perfumery style you'd get out of Gross. I really think that DS and Durga is one of the best US brands when it comes to like X amount of indie brands out there within this continent. I like Italian Citrus. I like Debaser. I like Bow Makers. That's one I really need to get. I think that Mark would love as well. But I think DS and Durga is super good. Wish they were a little less, but shout outs to David, Seth, Moltz, and that group. How do you feel, Robes?
I have very limited experience with them. I only own the one, which is Burning Barbershop. And it was only because of the burning in the name, which made it very interesting to me.
Keywords.
It smells like a damn burning barbershop.
It does.
So
incredible. Yeah. I mean, it's a good house. Yeah. No, thank you for the question, Jesus. Fusion Gel, thank you. Something American and Pepsi came to mind. That's like an American going to Canada and asking for poutine, hold the cheese and gravy. Yeah, I mean, poutine is very Canadian. Right, Mark? I mean, you're a Montreal Habs fan.
That's right.
Yeah.
You always have a side of poutine with everything.
Standard, always. In robes we trust. Salute, Brian. We might as well make that currency in Canada.
Damn right.
Rusk Mavajour. Manceras seem gimmicky to me. Flankers upon flankers. I mean, yeah. Gimmicky, but they don't story tell a whole lot. They don't have these elaborate photo sets of the fragrance with this and a paragraph explaining to us how sexy it might be. Sometimes I feel like they should be more descriptive, but you often don't understand why they aren't when they have so many darn flankers. Like, what is the difference between this one and that one?
Yeah, I agree.
Like how many Auds are in Montals, for example? Like
hundreds.
Yeah,
hundreds.
Too many.
Yeah. And yeah, there's no backstory to it, and like Manny said, and it's good to a certain point, and then there's brands like Creed that just make up stuff,
embellish.
Yeah. So you got two sides of the coin there.
Yeah, two sides of the coin, two different approaches as well to the perfumery itself. One signature scent for each season, all-purpose. Love you, babies.
Babies.
A wolf in sheep's clothing. Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's a sweet name.
A wolf in sheep's clothing. Yeah, it's very ominous. I kind of respect it. I respect a pimp hand, so that's cool. One signature scent for each season. I mean, you want to go between winter, spring, summer, and fall, Mark? Like, you want to do one for each?
God damn. Just gonna run them down real quick then. Signature scent, so it's got to be easy to wear. Winter, something easy. I'd probably go with Tobacco Vanille, something like that. I can wear it during the day, night, right? Signature scent. I can wear it on
Standard.
Dress it up, dress it down. Forget about it. Spring, it's got to be GIT. Don't want to go with Creed, but Creed's king of spring, to be quite honest, and GIT's signature scent. Summer, where do I want to go with this? Mount Fraiche from James Healy. Just great scent. You don't have to think about it. And if it's super hot and humid, you don't have to worry about it. Like it smells great in the high heat. Fall, that's basically the world's your oyster. So I'd wear like something like Tonka Petty. I like sweet scents, so something that's like that from Getaway.
And quickly, for all the F Dizzle fanboys in the chat, and F Dizzle to me, like people know this on CascadeScents, is Feb Delicious. Quickly, Mark, Ti or Feb Delicious, if you had to pick one.
Ti.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hands down.
Thank you.
Like Feb Delicious is number 2 in the Tonka bean game, but I mean, down.
Okay, Feb Delicious is definitely the better evaluation, but Ti just smells better. And when you're spending that much money, I think you just have to ultimately go with what you prefer as far as scent. I like that, that Guerlain approach to sweets in the Larry Lematière line. So that's a really good answer.
Killer line.
Incredible line. Definitely one of the best exclusive lines from one of the most storied perfume houses. Honestly, if I were to do this question, thanks for the loaded question, Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. Honestly, Spring Silver Mountain Water by Creed. Definitely another everyday offering that doesn't go the grassy route, which is interesting. It's more of a tea, like ozonic freshness. I would go with, for winter, winter-wise, I'd go with single malt from Mike Killian. I think I can reach for it for pretty much anything but work. And I think that's a good signature because I don't want my work to be my signature, if that makes any sense. Mm-hmm. Summer, I'm going to name another Healy because I've been like just praising it all the time recently. It's called Note de Yuzu by Maison Kitsune in collaboration with James Healy. It's a yuzu fruit, which is the Japanese citrus that they'll use in bathhouses and candies a lot. I think it's so refreshing, and it's on top of the Salmera base. I think it's really good. And for fall, for autumn, like this by État Libre d'Orange. I just think it's an incredible quintessential fall, spicy, warm scent, and made by one of my favorite actresses, Tilda Swinton. So love it.
Good lineup.
Thank you. Lionheart, hey, Robes, you're the king of this frag-ish, bro. Basically created the full in-depth review game. Yes, he did.
Mm-hmm.
You have to say about that, Mark?
Mm-hmm.
Respect. Thanks. Lovely, lovely. Fat Elvis. Oh, shout out to Rafael Valrezo in the chat. Good friend of mine. Thank you. And thank you, Lionheart, for the comments. Fat Elvis, always wear New Harlem to Waffle House. Okay, see, I respect that. But I'm already going to go to Waffle House. Do I want to smell like Waffle House coming in? Or IHOP? Or Denny's?
Yeah, you do.
I like it, though. You're being evocative of your environment. I think that's good.
That's right.
Now, personally, when I go to Waffle House or something like that, I don't know, man. I'm probably just trying to get my day started, like breakfast or something like that. Chances are I'm wearing a work scent. But New Harlem's good, too. What would you wear to IHOP or, Waffle House or something like that, Mark? Would you wear New Harlem? Is that a good one?
Go full tilt, Manny. So, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
New Harlem, 10 sprays.
Lovely. Sean Leonard. Oh, God, here we go. Thank you, Sean.
Get him, Manny.
Thoughts on Alexandria and Dual clones? You want to take this one?
Oh,
I'll take it after. Because I used to feel differently when I first started.
Really?
Yeah, I was way more acceptable of this stuff because of the fact that I didn't dive balls deep into how altruistically creative and artistic this art form was, and then I see people, doing this kind of stuff, and I thought about it. I wouldn't wear fake Jordans, but why would I wear a fake fragrance? Now, some people who only wear fragrances for others and they still compliment the clones, they're like, so like no one else has to know, so who cares, right? Well, I care because I like knowing how and where I got it from, and I like to support good work, and
Agreed.
knowing that this is the OG. If you're complaining about it not performing, I'll spray more. I'll carry the bottle with me. I'll carry decants.
Yep.
I don't know. That's just me. Like it means something for me to have the OG, and whether or not I know the perfumer or not, I'll put respect on their name. How about you?
Yeah. To each their own, first and foremost. If people want to rock that stuff, and if it's the thing about not being able to afford the higher end stuff, then you can't. Again, there's decants and all that. But again, there's an artistic form to this, like Manny said. And, I respect that. And this is more like, this is not artistic at all. This is just, I'm going to make a quick buck and I'm just going to replicate everything I can to make $10 off somebody with this clone, whatever, right? They're pricey too, Manny. They're like, what, 40, 50?
Thank you. You could get a decant for that much too.
Yeah. So like, I think someone on my Facebook group was saying you could get a 1 ounce of Aventus for the same price that you're paying for this clone.
Yeah, you can message Fine Scent and ask him for a decant of your favorite Aventus batch, pay the same price, and get in the same stock bottle from that same sweatshop in China.
So I rather do that than get this, and that's fine. And everything that's, all the stuff that went on in the background with these guys is just like, what's going on? And I'd rather just like take 2 steps back, and I'm like, nothing, right? I don't talk about them. I'll be honest. They both came up to me, those 2 brands, and said, we'll send you something and you review it. And I'm like, no, thanks.
Yeah. I've accepted stuff from Dua early on. Just as the fragrance journey grew on, I realized how much more I cared about having the OG. And I got very disinterested in clones ASAP because I realized, and this is something you consumers have to take into consideration when you watch us reviewers, is would that reviewer spend their money on this? Just use the eye test. If they say they like it and you should get it, just think to yourself, if they're not answering the question in front of you, would they actually buy this with their own money?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I thought about it. No, I wouldn't. So why would I talk about it enthusiastically? Yeah. Your boy Q in the house. Thank you, Q. Appreciate you coming through again. All about fragrance. Shout out to Josh right here. What fragrance would Ace Ventura Pet Detective wear? I'm thinking he wears Zoologist. Yeah, Zoologist perfume is probably good place to start. If you're Jim Carrey. Shout out to Jim Carrey. He's an Ontario, Canada OG. And I know he shot that movie Ace Ventura Pet Detective, I think not too far from around here. And I know one of the films he has Cannibal Corpse playing in there, which is a fairly heavy metal band. And it caught me off guard when I was a kid, gave me nightmares. Now I listen to that music. Satan1145. Thank you for the question. Just lost your thing. Where is your comment? There you go. What are your thoughts about my first niche scent for fall and winter that have some complexity and unique notes compared to designer fare? Thanks. Yeah, hey, good niche fall and winter starter scents, respectively, and why, Mark?
Starter, eh? I'm throwing it back to you, Manny.
I think you already answered this question, by the way. I think for fall, Oud Wood. For winter, Tobacco Bendy. There you go.
Yeah, Tom Ford Private Blend. Yeah, that's actually like that lineup.
Yeah.
It'd be a good lineup.
Or maybe more be Tuscan, if you like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I think that's a good place to start, although I consider them designer because I'm a niche snob. But Mark's just shaking his head. Yeah, I think you also, if you want to go for a more of a connoisseur's route, that's still not as balls deep niche in comparison to some of the brands I smelled in Italy, for example. I think Frederic Malle is a good place to start too, especially if you're into more feminine offerings. But for unisex offerings that lean masculine, check out some OG private blends from Tom Ford.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Sitan1145. Um, Fritz Friday, would Creed Aventus still have been really hyped if it was made by a Perry Ellis instead of Creed, or is the scent really that good? No. Short answer, no. Creed having the lore that they like to shove down your throat, having the advertising, having a sexy bottle, having the materials possible to make the scent, although not the highest of quality, but of quality. No, Perry Ellis could not pull it off that hype. Definitely
Agreed.
not.
Agreed.
Can you continue on that?
No, you're bang on.
Whoops.
No. I bet Perry Ellis would not get that kind of hype.
Perry Ellis, yeah, they cloned a fragrance called Spirituous Double Vanille by Guerlain into Oud Black Vanilla Absolute, and that had its hype for a while, but soon died out. You know, and that's the thing. Like when I think of them being able to do an original that is maybe as good smelling as that, if it wasn't a clone, like I don't think I've smelled it. I don't think I've seen that hype train relatively outside of clones. They got 360 red, they got that. I don't know what else. Maybe I'm being too harsh. I don't think I am.
No.
Miguel Angel Cabrera. Shout outs to Miguel. I spray my room with Club de Nuit Intense and Grand Neroli. Ooh. Oh, cool. All right, cool. EDC Manic, do you guys have a favorite frag reviewer, or do you even watch other reviewers? The answer is yes. We watch other reviewers. Do you have a favorite frag reviewer off the top of your head, Mark? Besides maybe yourself.
Hey, you have to be your favorite fan.
I agree. You should make videos you want to watch.
Yeah. If I'm watching myself while editing and I fall asleep, which might have done.
Yeah, it's happened.
That's not a good thing.
Correct.
Because we're supposed to entertain at the same time. We're in that type of form. And I'm guilty as charged. I'm not the biggest entertainer. You don't come here to watch me jump around the screen, and you'll never get that. You got other reviewers that'll do that. They'll sell you. They are salesmen, but there's also people that are informative, but also do it in a well done way. Like Manny has the skills to present something a lot better than I do. I'll give you the nuts and bolts, but at the same time, you may fall asleep watching the nuts and bolts. You may. I'm honest. I do have my niche as far as, and the way I review is not going to get me more subscribers. I'm not here for numbers. If I am, I would bring down my videos to 5 to 10.
I mean, if we were each there for numbers, we would be doing something else. Like we do this for fun ultimately. Now, I just so happen to enjoy the video making process in an accessible way for the viewer, mainly because that's how I was taught. Like I went to school, for broadcasting, right? So that kind of helps. But like we ultimately care about amplifying our numbers as organically as possible, Mark and I. However, we're not gonna, like we also aren't, going to compromise what we like most, honestly.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like, if you're into people like that, as long as you're happy, cool. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. But I watch other reviewers too. If I'm looking for advice on a fragrance that I have no access to, and the dude has everything, I'm probably watching Robes Away. I'll probably sit through one of his 30-minute videos, But if I'm looking to be entertained, I mean, there's a number of people, Triple Ink, Imagine Scent, Jeremy Fragrance for all intents and purposes. Shit
there's
like
a lot more. Sorry, Manny, but there's a lot more of that in the past 5 years now that you can actually be entertained. Because I'm from the old school, so it was.
And I'm from that transition era, Like some people consider me old school. I'm like, really? Like
I'm old. Like you're looking at old school right here.
Yeah. So if you're old school, like 80s/90s golden age hip hop, I'm like maybe early 2000s gangster rap. Okay.
I'll give you that. The DMX fragrance game.
I'm the DMX of fragrance game. Oh man. X gonna give it no. Okay. Next. That's funny. Thoughts on Frederic Malle after having reformulated the whole line? Well, they got reformulated upon Estee Lauder acquiring them. Still good fragrances, but obviously the evaluation is going to suck a little bit more. Like I still openly recommend them to people. It's just that's something I have to make clear of too now. And if there's enough value for you to be driven to buy into that line, great. Yeah. I have Une Rose unreformulated, and honestly, it lasts maybe like a day at the very least. Incredible stuff. I have OG Cardinal Flower. Yeah, I mean, I love some of their, OG's scents, but then I have some of the reformulated ones, and I'm like, fuck. Apparently, this used to last longer. I'm sorry, Portrait of a Lady doesn't last 2 days now. It only lasts one.
Yeah.
Ooh, like I don't know what you want me to say, but I still fuck with them. How about you, man? Like, you still like them or?
Frederic Malle, well, same thing, right? Reformulations. I'm just whatever. I own, I think, 4 of them. I haven't bought a new Frederic Malle in a while. I haven't smelt a new Frederic Malle in a while.
They sell them from out either.
But Masque Ravageur, that's my thing.
Oh, yep.
My jam.
Also, I'm hearing feedback from your mic. I can hear myself.
I don't know. I don't know if
I think that's good.
Against my headsets or whatever.
Okay. I don't know if it's strong now. Oh no, I still hear myself. Do you have a headset?
What if I put the volume down?
Maybe.
Or do I have to go?
You
have to quit. That's it.
Put the volume down. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
I'm new to the frag scene. Would you recommend using subscription service to start the journey? No, not me. How about you? Yeah.
Don't do it.
Do it in your own organic way, if possible.
Yes.
Like, don't let someone tell you that this is what you should be checking out. Yes, I'm going to make a video. Yes, Mark is going to make a video saying we like this, and maybe you should check it out. But we'll say you should check it out if you like this, this, and this. Or don't check it out if you don't like this, this, and this. And with a subscription service, you don't have a choice. You bought into them, and now you're stuck with whatever you're getting. How about you? Is that how you feel too, or?
Yeah, it sounds exactly the way I would tackle it.
Yeah. But thank you for the questions, Mark. Thoughts on Mousse Deux by Oliver and Co. Can't say I've smelled that one. Have you?
I sampled that. There's nothing in my head that says wow, so I don't recall, but I've smelled it.
Thanks for the question, Sarush. It's cute. Creed up makeup stories about a frag being created for some special reason. Yeah, because it sells.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mark, are you secretly Hednick Fusion Gel? What's that mean? HEDNIC. Am I missing something right now?
No.
Oh, Hednick from Bass Notes.
Oh, the guy with the big collection.
Yes.
Yeah, no. No, my collection's much bigger.
So if any Bass Notes OGs are here, who knows Hednick? He has a ridiculous collection.
Oh, yeah, it's huge.
But apparently Robes 08 supersedes it.
I win.
Wow. Shots fired. Esteban Herrera Canal II. What is the definitive top 5 of Aqua di Parma? There's no such thing as a definitive in any of these things, by the way, because my definitive and his definitive, then the word definitive means nothing. So, but thank you for the question. I don't have a top 5 for Aqua di Parma. I have maybe like 3. How about you, man?
Yeah, same here. I got like, I like their blue line, but
Yeah,
like
it's good.
Pico comes to mind.
Good one.
I know they got a whole bunch of those brown bottles, right? The oud and the leather and
Yeah.
amber one. I want to check them out.
Yeah.
But I haven't had a chance to smell them. But EDP is one of those brands that it's there. It's higher than designers,
But it's just
but
there.
it's lower than niche. So you're always looking at, I want something better than that.
It's
Like,
it's a
I
hard
don't know
space to sell fragrances in because it's as accessible as designers, but they have higher quality that leans towards niche. So,
Yeah.
well, you know what? It's funny because like maybe it's because I'm a younger person, like I'll gravitate towards those kind of brands like the Byredos and the Diptyques and the stuff like that. But Aqua di Parma, Mirto de Panarea, I really like. Aromatic, slightly spicy, freshy. But that one over all of the other ones, like I definitely like that one the most.
Yeah.
Blue
But
Mediterranean line.
the one thing with that brand is its quality.
It is
That's
really
one
good
thing
though.
I've noticed. But there's no real, how can I say, there's no standout.
That's definitely true. They don't have that Tuscan leather, Tobacco
Yeah.
Benny, Aventus, Bois d'Argent about it. No, definitely not. Like a few people will say that Fico is that, or a few people will say Mandorlo di Sicilia is that, or Colonia Pura.
They're good.
They're good, but they're
Very
not.
good.
And to be honest, they could be great in some people's eyes. I'm just talking about this all-star across the board quality from not just myself, but Mark and everyone else. You don't see that. Yeah, I don't see it. Mark, SDV or BBC?
BDC.
BBC.
What is that?
British Broadcasting Corporation. I'm just going to presume as SDV. Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Yeah. Instead of what else BBC could be. All right. Moving on.
I got it now.
Yeah, great.
I see it in the chat.
Yep. Great. Oh no, man. This is incredible. Surprised nobody has speculated on Jeremy's fragrance, Fat Elvis. I just think it's going to sell a lot of bottles.
You think?
Yeah.
Depends on the price.
Depends on the price. Depends on the distributor. Depends on where it's sold.
Because he's selling it on his website or on a website, right?
Yeah.
So, and he's not selling any samples.
Now,
so it's only going to be blind buy.
True. Allegedly, I saw this thread on Base Notes that claimed that he was going to sell 100 mLs for $180 US, which isn't cheap for all intents and purposes. But also, it would be distributed by Parfums de Marly. So maybe at all their stockists, they'll receive them eventually. But that thread was found to be inaccurate because it said that he would have X amount of perfumers, including Alberto Marias, which is his singular perfumer to my knowledge. But since 3 other people were named, I'm not going to give that thread that much credence.
Right.
So that's just speculation.
I don't know, that's a hard sell, though.
Yeah. No, I think that's a very appropriate price point, to be honest, because of the fact that I'm sure he wants to sell something up there with like the Creeds and the MFKs as far as price point, because I just think that's how Jeremy rolls.
Yeah.
I know him. I've spent a week with him. But at the same time, he has like this bro college audience,
exactly,
who doesn't want to spend that much. And after you told all these people, like, you don't need to buy this Creed Aventus or this or that, and then you're going to tell people that you should buy this one. I think it's just a hard sell. But if anyone can do it, it's him. Yeah. The fake shoes would get you laughed at around me. Same, man. Just saying. Absolutely. Yeah, don't buy them. I mean, buy fake fragrances if you like them. It's just like, oh, damn, I can't do it, man. Can't do it.
People put replica paintings on their walls, though, and no one is laughing at that.
Well, that's true. I mean, like you do it as like an homage to that painter because you're a fan of their work, and there's only one of that freaking painting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That wasn't made to be mass produced in an accessible level. Like, I don't think I'm unfair when I say that, right? Like, there's only one Whistler's Mother. There's only one Mona Lisa. There's only one of whatever that Jackson Pollock stuff is, or this Andy Warhol painting that I have on my shirt. So I'm just saying that, you know, there's nothing wrong with that because it just, you know, like,
pretty
like,
shirt.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. But like, you know, if you
say that as weird as I could.
I mean, I guess you did, but like, if you can get, you know, Creed Aventus, for example, and you don't want to for X, Y, and Z's reason, maybe you don't want to support the brand, which I get. But if you like this, that, and the third, as far as, you know, the clones, maybe you genuinely like them more, then hey, have at it. But I mean, if I'm gonna like the clone more, I'm probably not gonna be that interested in the fragrance. It's probably not that good. I don't know. Am I being unfair or no?
Okay. On my end.
Cool. Thank you. Let's see. Shout outs. It's Q though. Thank you for the question or comment. Great answer. Thank you, Sean. Also watching LeBron with the Lakers. Why Lakers? Now I'm a Lakers fan because I was actually born in Los Angeles, California. So I'm all for this LeBron BS, by the way. That's hilarious. But what are your thoughts on LeBron, Mark?
That's awesome that we got LeBron.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's awesome. I still think the Warriors are going to body them.
Oh,
yeah. We should be watching this game too. What are we doing?
Yeah, what are we doing?
Yeah, we got an OG Pau Gasol fan here, and Mr.
Nice.
I mean, he's a Laker too, so that's cool. Yeah, he just bought Roja Dove, Vetiver Extraordinaire, to dupe it. He stated this in a live stream at the store he bought it. Rafael Valrezo. Which clone were you talking about? Not sure. Let me know. PM me one day or later today. Cryptoplasty. Cannibal Corpse is my favorite band of all time. I get to see them live for the 8th time next month. Cryptoplasty. Shouts to you, man. Cannibal Corpse, you know. Cannibal Corpse, they're representing that, you know, Western New York right there, you know. So shouts to Cannibal Corpse. That's cool. I don't know if you roll with that kind of music, Mark.
No.
Can't say you do. Alrighty. No. What are some of the best budget niche frags? Is there such a thing?
Malinor.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Serge Lutens.
Yeah. Well, not anymore.
Yeah.
Because the 50 mils are gone, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. So if you find them on discounters, get them. Seriously.
Oh yeah, they're under 100, right? So
on discounters, yeah.
L'Artisan, I guess.
L'Artisan is a very good answer.
Yeah.
Absolutely. État Libre d'Orange. Yeah. You can find
smashed that question.
Yeah, you can. Oh, I guess so. Yeah, you can find discounted État Libre d'Orange like 30 or 50 mLs for less than, you know, $50 and $80 respectively.
Yep.
Yeah. So definitely check it out. SoCal in the house, yes sir. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty. Is Serge Lutens Shen a good scent for fall, or is it discontinued? Regardless of it being discontinued, it's definitely a good scent for fall. Now, how do you feel about that, Mark?
Shane. I'm trying to remember if Shane, from what I recall, Shane did not smell like Shane. It smelled more floral.
When
I don't know if you. I smelled it like years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't smelled it in at least 3 years myself, or at least tested it per se. But I definitely have to give it some thought personally. Yeah. I did recall liking it. If you said it smells floral, that's kind of weird. But
yeah, because I was like, okay, this is going to be hugely woody, and it wasn't.
I think the OG prime Christopher Sheldrake days were sick as far as Serge Lutens. I think that stuff, really cool style. You know, just. Agreed. And it's not going to break the bank either. Even if you buy them at retail, I don't think it's unreasonable. Yeah. Like $150, whatever. Okay, cool. Do you watch porn? Any favorite categories? Disem Dadi. Oh God. Next question.
No. Valid. Come on, Manny.
You're gonna answer this question.
You first.
He's first.
Next question.
Lord, I'm joking. Black.com, let's just say that. No, I'm joking. That's just a meme. You guys know who H3 Productions is. Any scents you could recommend with an oak or bourbon note that is prominent? Bourbon note.
Bourbon
Vanilla by Ermenegildo Zegna, which I believe is getting discontinued. It's a super lovely, like boozy vanilla scent that is utilizing bourbon.
I want to get that one. Shit.
Honestly, if you want to get that one, I would PM Imagine Scent Timmy, ask him how he acquired it because he owns it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure he wouldn't mind answering for sure. Yeah, I like that scent. But can you think of an oak or bourbon fragrance?
I'm trying to think off the top. Yeah. No.
That's a hard question.
I got nothing.
I like bourbon though. I like not to drink, but like I just like it in fragrances. You know.
Yeah.
I think it's dope. Absolutely. Alrighty. One designer, one niche you can't live without. That's nuclear.
That's easy. Le Male and Jubilation 25.
See, this is the Jubilation 25 man OG right here, you know, and because of him, also, I mean, indirectly, I guess, part of how I started my first of this channel, because that was my first video ever. This is Jubilation 25 man review. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Should have gave you a shout as far as like, you know, how I discovered it, but I guess I didn't.
That was like the longest video ever.
That was my first video ever, the one I did. Yeah. Your video was 3 times longer than mine, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So there's that. Okay. Next up, Vanille Bourbon by Il Profumo. Christian M recommended that as far as a vanilla bourbon or a bourbon. Oh, cool. One designer niche you can't live without for me, I'd say. Oh gosh, Silver Mountain Water Creed, and then designer wise, Laurent Edition Blanche. There you go. Yeah, I went the fresh route. Guys, I needed awesome sandalwood scent that lasts and really stands out when you suggest Sacred Wood by Killian. You.
Richwood?
Oh, Rich Wood, Zerzhov. Hey, that's a good answer. It's a really good answer. Yeah.
Expensive.
Not cheap. Oh, God. But yeah, that's the thing. Sandalwood is a fragrance note I would never cheap out on, typically. Like, there's certain notes I don't mind. Like, yeah, I'll get an inexpensive freshie. Yeah, I'll get an inexpensive spicy aromatic fragrance. Sandalwood, I deadass want, you know, something of quality for the most part. Because of how cozy it is, I want to feel like my best in it too. So I might as well pursue the best. Same with rose. I don't like any cheap rose fragrances either. So sandalwood scent, good. Richwood's a good answer. I like Sacred Wood too. Thank you for the question, James. Queer Beluga worth what? Ask. Queer Beluga is definitely worth it. Unbreakable 87 by Guerlain. I like Queer Beluga. Do you like it, Mark?
Love it.
Suede vanilla.
Get the whole Latte La Matière line. Just do it.
Yeah. I really felt like that was coming. I mean, if you're going to get any line in completion, because first off, there's not that many of them. And secondly, they're all amazing. Yeah, Laura et la Matière. Name one whack Laura et la Matière. I'll wait.
Keep waiting.
Yeah.
The only thing with that line, and I don't know.
All atomizers are suck, or
it's they all are made for the same type of events for me. Like, I would wear Tonka Imperial for the same reason I would wear Queer Beluga, the same reason I would wear Iris Ganesh. They're very much that Guerlain DNA, right? So it doesn't, there's not much, I can say there's variety, but not really. They don't pull away from each other too much. And you can chime in, Manny, if you disagree, but
I don't. Here's the thing. I miss Iris Ganache. Trying to actively find it right now. Good Lord, Iris White Chocolate.
Come on over.
So good. I mean, if you have an extra bottle, like, yeah, those are definitely possible to come by. But yeah, no, I'll definitely have to come through. That's so cool. Yeah, definitely worth it. Yeah, like all of them. Like I love all of them. Wolf and Sheep's Clothing, Gucci, Guilty Absolute, and Dunhill Icon Racing. Thoughts? Also, best dress up men's fragrance. Love you, silly Billies. Thank you. Love you too.
Silly Billies.
Gucci, Guilty Absolute, definitely way different than Dunhill Icon Racing. Icon Racing is like a more aromatic floral Invictus Aqua. Yeah, I don't think you'd like it. It's not for you, right?
Dunhill Icon Racing?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, okay. Gucci Guilty Absolute, definitely good.
Yeah.
Definitely very solid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think Alberto Marias actually wears that one himself in public, actually.
Really?
Yeah. So that's.
I wonder if he's gonna wear the new Jeremy fragrance now.
I mean, I hope he does. It's his fragrance. Yeah. Oh gosh. All About Fragrance. Thoughts on Odwell EDP by Diptyque. Fucking love it. Sex in a Bottle. Oh god, he resorted to saying sex in the bottle. Love you, Josh. It's all good. Odwell EDP. Yeah, it's lovely. It's been a while since I tested it properly though. How do you feel about it?
I own the Eau de Toilette. I haven't smelt the EDP.
Okay.
I like the EDT. I wouldn't say I love it, but I like it. Okay. I'm assuming the EDP would be darker, but that's assumptions.
Mm-hmm. No, that's fair. All right, that's interesting. EDP being darker. I mean, I had Tamdao EDP by Diptyque, not much more intense than the EDT. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish with the EDPs as far as that much being different, you know. Sometimes I feel like they're scams because I don't think the EDP for Philosophical lasts that much more than the EDT, for example.
It was needed.
But it would have been needed. But Odwell, like in general, like is just lovely either way, in my opinion. Eclipse, Jubilation 25, or it said 15, but I'm going to presume you meant 25 Eclipse, is my best / fave. Thanks for this show review. Yes. I mean, it was my first video. It was Mark's OG niche fragrance. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it. That's what's up. Thank you. Did you try Sandalo, Robert Pericone? I didn't try it. Have you?
I'm not.
No. James Brackberry, is Timbuktu Reform that much different than OG, and is it still worth picking up? I really want to try that fragrance. Haven't smelled the OG. How about you, man?
Yeah, I haven't smelt the Reform.
Oh, so. Okay. Yikes.
we're in the different spectrums.
I guess so. Lardizon, again, awesome niche brand for not breaking the bank. Citan1145. Thank you, Christian. Miguel, what was that boozy scent? You said again. I was trying to type it. Someone command F that in the comments, please. Clip that. Why Gucci Envy was not cloned? It has been cloned, by the way. Gucci Envy.
All day, every day.
Yeah, by certain brands.
The brands that to be nameless
for now. But yeah, Gucci Envy. God, those DNAs from the OG Tom Ford days were just incredible. Just incredible.
I want that Gucci Rush.
It's a good one. Yeah.
I haven't smelled it. Isn't that sandalwood too?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Never smelled it.
Aromatic sandalwood. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty sure I'm right. Yeah, I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Gucci Rush, like those were the days, man. Like you don't see perfumes like that no more.
No.
You really don't. Like it's sad because Gucci Rush for men. Yeah, aromatic sandalwood for sure. Yeah, lavender, sandalwood, cypress. Yeah, just a cool scent. Cool scent. I remember that white bottle. Definitely evocative of early 2000s.
Right.
Yeah.
With your DMX ways.
Yep. Standard. Who did that? Anyway, Gucci Rush. Oh, Daniela Andrier and Antoine Maison-Dieu. Cool.
Oh, Maison Dieu.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Best romantic perfume, Unbreakable 87. What
Most
would you say for you?
romantic?
Yes. Noir de Noir.
Oof. Romantic. Rose 31.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Good one. Yeah. Rose 31. Lovely.
I'm going with that.
One of the best OG Lavabos right there.
Right.
Definitely, without a doubt. Leon, Boss Bottled Oud or Versace Oud Noir, or both?
Both.
Yeah, both. Yeah, both. It just depends on what kind of oud you are looking for. If you're looking for that more crowd-friendly oud with some of the Boss Bottled DNA, go for Boss Bottled. Versace Oud Noir is, I think a spicier, designery version of oud wood. Am I wrong, or?
I like them both.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
They're both very solid.
Yeah. Not necessarily completely redundant, but yeah, if you're an oud enthusiast, go for it.
Yeah.
The darkest fragrance in your opinion? Oh, good Lord, darkest. You have one?
Black Afghano?
That's up there. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah.
That puts you down the rabbit hole.
Oh God, that's a rabbit hole scent. Yeah, if you are enthralled by the creativity from someone like Alessandro Gualtieri, you smell a scent like that, you smell a scent like Duro, it's over. Consider yourself addicted.
Yeah.
That's cool. Best coffee or pastry smelling scent. Sorry, I used to be fat. Love you, my little lovelies. The wolf in sheep's clothing.
Coffee is followed by kerosene.
Oh, I keep hearing good things about that. Shout out to Kerosene Truth, though. I don't know where he stocks his fragrance in my country, so I don't know how to try them. But good question. Coffee fragrance. I like Play Intense by Givenchy. Big fan of that. Yeah, a
lot of coffee-based scents are coffee-based. A lot of them, they use a compound that smells almost like chocolate a little bit.
Yeah, they lean that direction.
Yeah.
It's
so like case in point, like pure coffee. It's very close. And follow just, to me, it's just, oh my God. It's Manny, you got to.
Yeah, I got to get my name on. All right, no, I'm a fan. Definitely a fan of coffee. Next, Mugler Amen Flanker. Thoughts, Mark?
I don't know where they're gonna go. Do you think they're done, Manny?
Because they did Mugler Cologne flankers this year, and no sign of Amen flankers. And usually, this is the time we get news for it because they will debut one in February of next year. Usually, that has been the trend.
Correct.
Did not see it this year whatsoever.
Yeah.
To be honest, they are doing the Alien Man now. They might want to just put their eggs in that basket and start doing Alien Man flankers. But if they're going to do an Amen flanker, the one that I can see them doing, not the one I want most, maybe pure vanilla.
Yeah. Well, they're running out of notes.
They're running out of notes that work with the Amen base. Yeah.
Yes. So
yeah, absolutely.
I was thinking that they're going to go the oud route, but that ship has kind of sailed now. I don't think it would sell well, but
yeah, would have sailed. No. I mean, that being said, when in doubt, pick oud. So maybe that's a very good high percentage pick to see what will come back.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Russ Mavajor, Mark, would you bone Chip Benson? Okay, next question. Again, love the handle, by the way. Rusk Mavajor.
Jesus.
Oh, man. Okay. Next question. Incredible. Christian M, the best romantic fragrance in my collection so far. Violet Sapphire by Boudica the Victorious. Oh, cool, nice. And I said the name properly. All right.
Nice.
Leon, scented candle recommendation. Bought DW Black Rose Oud after Mark talked about it. Loving it. That's cool. Nice. Eclipse, first fragrance you ever wore / owned, and what did you like / dislike about it? Mine was Drakkar and Black Suede. In quotation or in brackets, cheap. First fragrance you owned, Mark, and loved, and what did you dislike?
First one that I've owned. I'm trying to think if it was CKB or was it Swiss Army.
Yep.
But either one of those. What did I like or dislike? Well, geez, man, I was like, I don't know how old I was. I was a young kid, so I didn't know. What do I like and dislike about it now? Well, those are fairly cheap fragrances. They don't last, but that's we all got those to high school sets, and that's what I like about it. Like I still have, well, obviously I have bottles of those, but I wear them, and they have that special place that it brings me back to the high school.
Yeah,
right?
It's that era.
Tons of people have those type of fragrances, right? You'll overrate as a reviewer your special ones, right? Like Swiss Army. Like if you go in my fragrance review, it was hard for me to not. I know the quality of the fragrance, but I had that journey, and I explained the journey and how important it is to have those fragrances and not to be stuck with the same. And that's what a lot of people do, is they get stuck with a fragrance for their whole life. I know people that wear the same stuff, and it's like, damn, like you're still wearing Cool Water and you never smelt anything else. You just buy like 3 bottles of it, you keep it stored, and that's all there.
Some people don't look at fragrance as, maybe you and I look at it, where like we're a little bit more utilitarian as far as our moods and our occasions. Some people are just, I like the way this one smells. I can use it for everything, and I'll only feel like I ever want to wear this.
Yeah.
Cool. Nothing wrong with that. However, you and I would be bored as hell with that approach. And there's nothing wrong with either approach. It's just,
but those are the type of people that I love to meet, though, because they know that I do this, and then they're like, "Hey, I've been wearing this," and I kind of feel like, they don't really know what to do in the next step, and that's the fun part for me, and that's in my own like little bubble here in my hometown.
Mark likes to convert people.
That's right.
I respect that. You got to tell it on a mountain to a certain extent. That's cool. For me, it's Lacoste Pour Homme. Oh God, it's over. Yeah, they don't like that. Then what can be like on that level? I mean, risky though, because it's not cheap. But yeah, for me, it's Lacoste Pour Homme. Still love it to this day. Incredibly inexpensive yet awesome plum vanilla scent that has a tad of freshness. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
I dislike how sickly it can come off, but for the most part, in the air, I think it smells gorgeous. Cool. Sacred Wood by Killian. Rip, 10 out of 10. Oh, 10 out of 10. Cool. Nice. Cool. Thanks. Hey, Manny, once again. Hello, Mark. Hey, Joel. Thank you for tuning in. Atelier Cologne Cafe Tuberosa has a delicious coffee note. I keep hearing about that fragrance from Atelier Cologne. Thank you. Do you feel all commercial perfume can be better if they make with real ambergris, deer musk, and sandalwood? Unbreakable 87. Yeah, deer musk is, I believe, an Eastern Russian actual deer that has fangs coming out of it. And believe it or not, that's where musk actually comes from, not just any like white-tailed deer or anything like that. So if you were able to use those, musks or real ambergris, would these fragrances be better? Like these designer fragrances? Yes and no. I might like them more. I think Mark might like them more. But will the masses like them more? No one wants to smell like animals mating, when it comes to that like pungent musk. I think we can all benefit from some good sandalwood, though. I agree with that.
You need some good sandalwood in your life.
But here's the thing. It's all reverse engineered with certain chemicals, which might smell almost as good, because I think if you're getting caught harvesting sandalwoods, like the death penalty in India, like
Worth it.
sandalwood, hashtag worth it. Is it worth it? Next BuzzFeed video. There you go.
There we go.
Hashtag triggered. That's incredible. Great. Oh, Satan1145. Thank you for the questions. Any old school scents you would still hold up from Guerlain, Boucheron, and Chanel? Example: Habit Rouge, Japper Homme, etc. Yeah, I know you have some vintages that you like still, Mark. Like, which ones do you still?
Do you think they would hold up as far as sales wise or compliment wise?
I don't think they'll hold up sales wise, but like maybe just historically, fragrances now, fragrances to back then. Do you still think some of those are just as good? Like,
yeah, like Habit Rouge, still great to this day, and they're still doing flankers to that thing. Like they're doing EDPs yearly.
They do dress code every year. Yeah,
so Habit Rouge is an excellent scent. Same with Vetiver from Guerlain, right? They're there. There's still a market for them, and those are the ones that stand out. Like even the Chanel's, right? You take a look at Egoist, even Atheist, which is a beast. I think it's the best Chanel in the men's section.
To my knowledge, I heard that there's a chance that Egoist is being discontinued. Not Platinum Egoist, Egoist.
Really?
Yeah.
So my bottle just it's worth even more now. Perfect.
There you go.
I got an increase for me. I'm good.
I love some of those OG scents, like Platinum Egoist, but I'll group it in there. I think it's a lovely evocative of that steely 90s approach from back in the day. You just smell Platinum Egoist, you think, Notorious B.I.G., and that's it. I also like Vetiver by Guerlain as far as a reference vetiver scent. Doesn't get much better than that on an inexpensive level. And I like, some really old classic Chanel's too. We're talking Bois des Îles by Chanel from Les Exclusives de Chanel, 1921. Love that stuff. Chanel Pour Monsieur, also love that stuff. I'm talking the Eau de Toilette, which I know is an exclusive to outside of the USA. Like they don't sell it in USA actually, but they'll sell it in any other country that has Chanel distribution, which I find weird because they sell the Eau de Toilette concentrate there, or the Eau de Parfum concentrate. And the Eau de Parfum, but they don't get the Eau de Toilette for whatever reason. So, but I like that fragrance.
Interesting.
If you were only limited to one house, which one would you choose? This is from Heather Williams. Thank you, Heather. One house, Mark, I presume Guerlain?
Yeah, I was thinking that or Amouage, but I think Guerlain gives me more.
I mean, I think you being in Canada, you want to smell that like cozy sweetness for our rugged winters, especially you in Northern Ontario. So I think Guerlain is probably good. Larry Lamatière specifically.
Yeah.
For me, if I can only be limited to one house, God, oh man, what a rugged question. Isn't that a little painful?
You want to say Azzaro, I know you do.
Yeah, I'm not Triple Ink though. Shout outs to Triple Ink. Honestly, for me, probably Chanel. Yeah, I just love the Les Exclusives to Chanel. And between that and some of the wearable men's stuff, I just think on a utilitarian level, it would be pretty sensible.
Oh, yeah.
When I'm feeling myself, I can rock Rue Cambon or Sycamore. And when I need to go to work, Allure Homme Edition Blanche, stuff like that. Cool. Alrighty. Moving on. We got some good questions tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see. My boy says Bond number 9 Bleecker Street is a definite panty dropper. Before I buy it, do you guys agree, or what are your thoughts? Hell no. Like, how about you?
I hate Bleecker.
Bleecker is
I hate it.
It's a good scent. At the end of the day, it's a clone. Number one. Number two, it's overpriced. Like, can you name any? And number three, I think it's overrated as far as a compliment getter. Like, what other scents are like grassy that get hella compliments like that? I don't think Green Irish Tweed does in this day and age. A lot of people off of me will tell me that it smells like something they smelled before. But a lot of people say that Bleecker does it, maybe with the blueberry opening in the first few hours or whatnot. I don't know. I think it's a pedestrian scent. I used to think it was really cool, and then I smelled other things. Fragrance journey kept prolonging. I realized how Bond was so like aroma chemically and synthetic, and a lot of brands are synthetic. Don't get me wrong; they just do a better job of hiding it. Not the biggest Bond fan, so I would not buy it for either panty droppers or because I thought it was good. But if you find out otherwise, GR, salute. That's cool. And what is Bleecker Street supposed to be a clone of? There's a fragrance called Purple Label to commemorate the Purple Label men's dress wear line. I like the men's suits line of Ralph Lauren.
Yeah.
So Purple Label by Ralph Lauren. That is what Bleecker Street, eventually came out in honor of.
Which is still available, by the way. There's a dirty rumor that it's discontinued.
Yeah, and there was a rumor that both those fragrances were discontinued at one point.
That's right.
Yeah, so they are both still available to our knowledge.
Yep.
Yeah. And honestly, Purple Label I might prefer more.
Never smelt it.
Oh, I mean, I don't think you're missing a whole lot. I think it's a good DNA. I get why some certain people like either fragrance. It's just some people talk it up on like an Aventus level, and I don't think Bleecker Street itself is enough of a standout too.
I never got it. I never got the hype on Bleecker.
Yeah.
It's not even top 5 for Bond for me.
That's fair. That's fair. I like Washington Square Bond wise.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, I think it's fun. Simon M, any thoughts on Atkinson's? Crickets. I don't own. I don't own any of them. Oh man,
me neither. That's a brand I don't know nothing.
Yeah, and Mark has everything, and I own a lot of stuff too. But
I want that pirate one though. They got a Pirates Reserve or something.
Yeah,
that's a sexy name. That's sold already.
Oh gosh, yeah, gotta get on that eventually.
I'm getting on it.
Oh yeah, Russ Mavajor, do you all have Coromandel by Chanel thoughts?
I do not, and I regret it. I went to a duty free, and they had the Chanels, and I wanted 2 of them, and that was my first one, and I wanted Cuir de Russie, and they had Cuir de Russie, but they didn't have Coromandel, so I got Bois des Ailes instead, which is pretty good. That was a blind buy because they didn't have a tester, and I was just like, put it in there. I wanted 2. So.
Yeah. Coromandel, the more patchouli sweets-driven scent of the line. It's sad that they only have one, but Chanel needs to maintain that, classic Chanel style, and that gourmand approach is not something that they're known for. But that kind of gives Coromandel a little bit more legend because it's the one Chanel that you can get on a higher level that is that genre if you like it. I think it's good. I used to can't stand it, but I like patchouli a little bit more now. I definitely think it's a very solid fragrance. It's just hard as hell to get on the eau de toilette level, and the eau de parfums are really overpriced. So that's that.
Good point.
Yeah, speaking of classics from Guerlain, thank you, by the way. Do the new bottles of L'Instant and Heritage hold up for you? Good question, Ceton1145. I don't know. I haven't been actively comparing them.
Same here.
Okay.
Unfortunately, can't help.
Unbreakable 87. Did you try Gourmand Coquin? If so, what's your opinion? That's a good one. I've only sniffed it in the air. One of the essays at the Guerlain store was wearing it, but I didn't test it out myself.
Own it, love it.
Oh, cool. All right, fair play. Figure Eden by Armani Prive for grassy scent is amazing. Exactly. Thank you, Bennett Jackson. And thank you, Unbreakable, again for the question. What is the unsafest scent to wear at work, and would you wear it as a practical joke? Depends who's boss that day if I want to get fired. Or told to go home or told to scrub it. I'll name the unsafest scent that I have for work. And that's probably, I mean, this has to be up there. Tyrannosaurus Rex by Zoologist Perfumes.
Yeah.
How about you?
Sounds like it. I would have to go with probably Leather Oud from Ziar.
Lovely stuff. But would, I mean, lovely as in like it's good for what it is. I can't stand the scent myself. But like, would you wear it to work as a practical joke?
Hell yeah.
I respect that. I respect it. Okay, that's incredible. Oud Save the King is okay in my opinion. Christian M, thank you. I had Bleecker Street and Scent of Peace, I presume, and end up selling both of them. Sheed Black. Thank you. All right, cool. Interesting. Yeah, not shocked. Mark, is Lamal still your favorite frag of all time? Manny, what is your favorite frag of all time?
Go ahead, Manny.
Oh, okay.
No, you first, I insist.
Okay. My favorite fragrance all time on I'll just go with something on that level, because to just pick one thing all time is just painful between designer and niche. But on a designer level, fragrance called, it's discontinued now. Gucci Pour Homme 2 or De is definitely my favorite. It's just like a warm yet fresh tea, spicy, myrrh-driven scent that you only get from that Tom Ford era of Gucci or YSL, I guess. And that one right there is just incredible for me. And the fact that it's the last Tom Ford scent with Gucci, I think is really cool. And I think it's a hallmark fragrance on his way out. And the fact that they still have that fragrance stocked on certain shelves of certain stores is kind of a travesty to me, because I kind of want to go around getting these bottles. So although I know it's still, yeah, exactly, you got to catch them all. So I have 3 backup bottles, and I've already gone through 3 myself.
Shit, 3?
I'm on my 4th bottle, to be fair.
Not bad.
My most worn scent of all time. So, lovely stuff. That's definitely my I'll go with, like, it's one of my favorite and it's my most worn ever. That's why I answered it that way. But how about you with Lamal?
Yeah, it's obviously, if you're talking about all time, you kind of have to put the backstory with it. So Lamal has a backstory. It's been a fragrance that I've worn the most. I went through as probably the most bottles, that and Boss Bottled. So with that said, yeah, it's always going to be number one. Like, if we're looking at everything else as far as composition and stuff, obviously not, but it has that special place. So it would be.
Lovely. Lamarck for the win.
That's right.
Okay. Thank you, Joe Berta. Ross Mavajor, Mark, when will you review these nuts? No, man.
Dude. I like the all caps too.
Incredible.
Moving on.
Next. Alrighty. And I will stay on for 2 more questions, but I have to take off after this.
Yeah, I gotta go too.
Do both of you own Spice and Wood by Creed? Thoughts? Thank you, Sheed Black. No, don't own it myself. Big fan of the fragrance though. Mark, I feel like, has everything from Les Royale exclusives from Creed. How do you feel about Spice and Wood, my friend?
It's quality as far as Creed goes, but I wish there would be more Spice and Wood. It'd be darker. And I know that's not their DNA, but I just wish they would, bust through one of these fragrances and just give us a real nice dark fragrance. I know it's not their thing, but it's nicely blended, as Creed usually does.
True.
So it's a good one.
Fair play. I see Basil Tiffany or Basil Tiffany. Robe's French pronunciation is disaster. Love him though. Thank you.
Sacre bleu.
Sacre bleu. Oh God, great. Fair play. Thanks for commenting, Basil Tiffany. Scented moments. What note you dislike the most? Joel, good question. Thank you. For me, most notably, good Lord. Like, do you have one off the top of your head?
Lavender. And the funny thing is, it's in a lot of my favorites, them all. A poorly done lavender smells like dish soap. It smells like, things around the house. It can make or break a fragrance for me. And it has for a lot of designer scents and some niche scents. That the poorly done lavender, it's screechy, smells like something that you'd put in your washing machine. I can't do it.
For me, off the top of my head, like an overly fresh, spicy black pepper. Not a fan. Also, something like cloves. When it just comes to just like too warm, spicy. Like I can't do it. It's just not my thing. I like Costume National. I think Soul, great scent. I just can't do it. It just the way it pierces my nose. I'm not a fan, but it doesn't mean it's bad. It's just not something that I personally like. I won't say I mean, I guess I can say I dislike it off me, because I hate my scent cloud when I'm wearing it. But yeah, I don't know what else I can say. Yeah,
interesting.
Thank you. But yeah, I gotta take off, bro. Thank you for this opportunity. I really appreciate it. So if you want to say bye to everyone eventually, but
no worries.
I appreciate it. We'll be in touch as far as collaborating on this series, which I will debut in the near future with Jesse Abawaji and Victor Wong of Zoologist Perfumes. I want you to be a part of that, my friend.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining me and showing me how to do this. So, and anybody else in the chat here, this is, of course, Manny here that you've been listening to from CascadeScents, a great channel, fellow Canadian. I have so much respect for Manny. So, a great nose and somebody that I can't wait to see his content when he throws it out there. So
appreciate
go check out his channel if you haven't.
Thank you so much. Really love being able to do this, chop it up with you, Mark, and the Guru Nation. So I will hopefully see you guys soon. Take care.
Peace out.
Peace out.
See you guys.